Have you ever asked yourself, how much time do I really have left after turning 70? In the United States, the average life expectancy is around 79 years. In many parts of the world, that number ranges from 75 to 82 years. This means when you enter your 70s, you are stepping into the final, but most important, chapter of your life's journey. With each passing year, each returning spring becomes more precious than ever. But here's something worth reflecting on. Some people in their 70s still walk every morning, drive, travel, laugh, and enjoy life. Meanwhile, others of the same age feel tired, grow weaker, withdraw into silence, and become dependent. Why is there such a difference? The answer lies in the subtle signs your body has been quietly sending, if you know how to listen. In this video, we're going to explore 7 important signs that may reveal how long you'll live after the age of 70. These signs are not based on guesses or hearsay. They are scientific indicators, proven by researchers and doctors through thousands of cases of long and healthy lives. And more importantly, when you understand where your body stands, you'll also know what to adjust in order to live longer, not just in years, but with health, clarity, and joy. Make sure to watch until the end of the video, because you might be missing the small signs that can have a big impact on your future. Now, let's begin. Sign number 1. Grip strength. Would you believe that a simple handshake could reveal more about your health and your future than you ever imagined? Many studies have shown that grip strength is one of the most accurate indicators of overall vitality in older adults. A firm handshake isn't just a social gesture. It's a sign of strong muscles, good circulation, and a smoothly functioning nervous system. On the other hand, a weak grip, or a grip that gradually weakens over time, can be a silent warning that your body is losing strength, and may even be linked to a higher risk of falls, general frailty, and a shorter lifespan. The story of 2 neighbors, Mr. George and Mr. Albert, might give you something to reflect on. Mr. George, now 78, has always been the beloved neighbor at the end of the street. Every time you see him, he reaches out with a strong handshake, eyes bright, back straight, and a beaming smile. Though retired, he still maintains a routine of light exercise, lifts hand weights, tends his garden, and never complains about opening jars or carrying heavy bags. Right next door lives Mr. Albert, also 78, a quieter man. Recently, Albert has started to notice that small tasks, like twisting open a water bottle cap or carrying a grocery basket, have become unusually difficult. He often mutters, "I'm just getting old," and brushes it off. But what he doesn't realize is this: when the hands weaken, the body is sending a message. Losing grip strength often goes hand in hand with overall muscle loss, making balance harder, falls more likely, and energy more quickly depleted. Your hands, they don't just hold objects, they reflect the life force within you. And if you've noticed your handshake growing weaker, it might mean part of your strength and aging is quietly slipping away. So, what's the good news? You absolutely can regain that strength, bit by bit. Just a few simple exercises can help. Sign number 2. Balancing on one leg for 10 seconds. Balance sounds simple, but you don't think much about it until it begins to slip away from you. One of the most critical indicators for predicting life expectancy after age 70 isn't a lab result or your blood pressure. It's your ability to balance for just 10 seconds on one leg. Mrs. Helen and Mrs. Susan were strolling together in the park as they did every Saturday morning. On their way home, they stopped to rest beneath an old tree and happened to bring up the 10-second one-leg balance challenge. Helen smiled, stepped onto the grass, and gently lifted one foot off the ground. She stood still like a statue, eyes on Susan, and easily continued the conversation. Susan tried it, but not even 3 seconds in, she had to reach for a nearby branch to keep from falling. She chuckled. Maybe my legs are just tired today. But in Helen's eyes, there was a quiet concern. Susan didn't realize that losing balance isn't just an inconvenience. It's a silent signal that the body is losing coordination, strength, and even mental sharpness. The ability to balance on one leg doesn't just come from your legs. It's a combination of strong muscles, responsive nerves, and a flexible brain. If you've started to trip more easily when walking fast, feel unsteady when turning around, or need to hold onto walls or chairs when standing up, your body might be warning you that something's not quite right. The good news is balance can be improved, and the earlier you start, the longer you can maintain a life of freedom and independence. All it takes is practicing one-leg stands daily, a few seconds at a time, walking heel to toe like on a balance beam, joining a gentle Tai Chi class. Try it now. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. How long can you hold it? If you can't last 10 seconds, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Because the steadiness in your legs today may determine how firmly you'll be able to stand in life tomorrow. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, comment with the number 2 below to know you're still here with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the following videos. Now, let's continue. Sign number 3. Your walking speed. Your walking speed, something that may seem trivial, is actually one of the strongest indicators of how long and how well you might live after the age of 70. It doesn't show up on an X-ray. It doesn't require a DNA test. And it's not necessarily reflected in your diet. It's much simpler than that. It lives in every step you take each day. Multiple studies have confirmed that older adults who maintain a steady, purposeful walking pace after 70 tend to live longer and enjoy significantly better overall health than those whose walking speed noticeably declines. That's because walking speed isn't just about movement. It reflects a powerful combination of internal systems at work: muscle strength, cardiovascular function, neuromuscular coordination, and even mental sharpness. Imagine 2 men, Harold and Steve, both 76 years old, lifelong friends. Every morning, Harold still walks around the neighborhood. His steps are quick and steady. He climbs stairs without hesitation, confidently crosses streets, and usually leads the way on their walks. Steve, once a sports enthusiast, has slowed down in recent years. He often has to stop and rest, even after walking a short distance. At times, he feels a bit unsteady when standing up or turning too quickly. He tells himself it's just part of getting old, but in reality, it's a sign that his body is quietly weakening. The difference between the two isn't due to luck or genetics. It lies in how they've chosen to maintain their strength day by day. A slow, unsteady walk isn't just about age. It can be a warning sign of loss of muscle mass, poor blood circulation, or even early cognitive decline. Your legs are the foundation of your entire body. When they weaken, your balance, recovery, and even your self-confidence begin to waver. Here's the good news. Walking speed is something you can absolutely improve, no matter your age. The more you walk, the more you preserve your muscle strength, cardiovascular function, and mental clarity. If you've noticed, your steps have become slower, you get winded walking fast, or you often have to stop and rest. Please don't ignore it. Start with small steps. Walk for 10 to 15 minutes a day. Take the stairs instead of the elevator when possible. Do light leg exercises with small weights or resistance bands. Because in the end, the pace at which you move through life, literally, can say a lot about how far you'll be able to keep going. So starting today, pay close attention to your every step. They don't just carry you to the places you love. They might also lead you to a longer, healthier life. Sign number 4, appetite and eating habits. The way you eat after turning 70 is not just a habit, it's a clear indicator of how long and how well you may continue to live. A healthy appetite paired with a nutrient-rich diet helps your body stay resilient, boosts your immune system, and keeps your energy levels stable throughout the day. It doesn't just nourish your body, it profoundly influences your emotional well-being and your ability to recover from illness. On the other hand, a sudden loss of appetite, lack of interest in food, or relying on processed, ready-made meals can be a hidden sign of underlying health issues, from impaired digestion and hormonal imbalances to the risk of early aging. Take the story of two lifelong friends, Helen and Grace, both 74 years old. Helen still enjoys her meals each day. She loves cooking and often chooses fresh, whole foods like leafy greens, fish, lentils, and whole grains. She not only eats with pleasure, but also feels full of energy, tending her garden, shopping for groceries, and meeting friends weekly. Every now and then, she invites others over to share a meal and have a good conversation. Grace is different. She's started to notice that she doesn't feel as hungry as she used to. Her meals are often just sliced bread or canned soup, something quick to fill the stomach. She's lost several pounds over the past year without knowing why. At first, she thought it was just a normal part of aging. But the truth is, a declining appetite is not a small thing. It's a sign that the body may no longer be absorbing nutrients properly, leading to muscle loss, slowed metabolism, and a weakened immune system, a serious risk for older adults. Loss of appetite after 70 is often linked to multiple factors: reduced production of digestive enzymes or stomach acid, hormonal changes affecting the brain's hunger signals, side effects of medications, and sometimes an early sign of cognitive decline that hasn't been recognized yet. When you don't eat enough, your body begins to break down muscle tissue as an alternative energy source, leading to weakness, frailty, poor balance, and a greater risk of falling or prolonged illness. That's why it's essential to take action early, not to wait until your body is already depleted. If you've noticed, feeling full too quickly, no longer looking forward to meals, or unexplained weight loss, consider those as serious signs that change is needed. Eating properly after 70 is not just about filling the stomach. It's about ensuring that your body gets enough protein to rebuild muscle, enough fiber to support digestion, enough healthy fats and vitamins to maintain brain and nerve function. Prioritize whole, fresh, colorful foods. Stay hydrated, and if needed, Talk with a doctor or nutritionist to adjust your diet accordingly. Ask yourself, are you still truly enjoying your meals? Do you feel recharged after eating? Or are you eating less, feeling more tired, and slowly losing control over your daily life? Because the way you eat today will shape your strength, your clarity, and your independence in the years to come. A well-balanced meal isn't just fuel. It's how you care for your body and honor your life. Sign number 5, your sleep habits. The way you sleep at night can reveal a great deal about how you'll live in the years ahead, not just in terms of lifespan, but also the quality of your life. Sleep is not just downtime. It's when the body repairs itself, the brain clears out toxins, and the immune system gets restored. When you sleep well and deeply, you're giving your body the chance to regenerate and rejuvenate every single night. Numerous studies have shown that people over 70 who maintain regular, high-quality sleep tend to live longer, suffer fewer illnesses, and remain mentally sharper than those who frequently experience insomnia, wake up in the middle of the night, or struggle to fall asleep. Imagine the story of two old friends, Mr. Lewis and Mr. Martin, both 75 years old, living in the same neighborhood. Louis is someone who follows a consistent bedtime routine. He turns off the lights at 10 p.m., avoids screens before bed, and usually sleeps soundly for a full 7 hours. Each morning, he wakes up refreshed, able to prepare his own breakfast, go for a light walk, and enjoy reading in peace. Martin, on the other hand, is different. He often lies awake, his mind spinning with small worries. Some nights, he wakes up 3 or 4 times, and each time, he finds it hard to fall back asleep. Over time, Martin began to feel exhausted, even when doing nothing, mentally foggy, with blood pressure that fluctuates unpredictably. And, more than anything, his overall spirits started to decline. You see, sleep isn't just for rest, it's for living. If you often wake up in the middle of the night, struggle to fall back asleep, or feel tired despite sleeping for many hours, that's not just normal aging, it's your body calling out for help. Poor quality sleep can stem from emotional stress, an unbalanced diet, lack of light physical activity during the day, or sleep disorders like sleep apnea, which are surprisingly common and often overlooked in older adults. The good news is you can absolutely improve your sleep. Just a few small but consistent changes can make a big difference. Avoid screens, phones, tablets, or computers for at least an hour before bed. Take a warm bath or listen to gentle music. Get 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight each day. Avoid heavy dinners or drinking tea or coffee after 3 p.m. These simple steps may seem small, but they can have a major impact on your sleep and your overall health. So tonight, instead of enduring another restless night, ask yourself, is your sleep truly restoring your body? Or are you just dozing off in exhaustion and waking up no better? If you notice negative changes, don't wait. Make adjustments starting today. Because how you sleep tonight will shape your alertness, memory, and overall health tomorrow. If you're still watching this far, I truly thank you. Please leave a comment with the number 5 below so I know you're still here with me. It helps me feel connected to you. And it also helps YouTube recognize that this video matters, so it can recommend it to more older adults who need to be heard and supported, just like you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button today and turn on the notification bell. Because YouTube's algorithm doesn't run on heart, it runs on engagement. When you comment, subscribe, or share this video, you're not just supporting me, you're helping spread this helpful information to thousands of other seniors who need knowledge, encouragement, and inspiration to live well every day. Thank you for being here. And now, let's move on to the next sign. Sign number 6. How you cope with stress. How you face and manage stress after age 70 can reveal a great deal about your longevity and the quality of life you'll have in the years to come. Stress isn't just a passing frustration or a bad day. In older adults, chronic stress can quietly wear down the body, weakening the immune system, disrupting sleep, disturbing blood pressure, and even accelerating both physical and mental aging. Studies have shown that seniors who don't manage their emotions and stress well are at a significantly higher risk of developing heart disease, cognitive decline, and even depression, one of the most quietly devastating contributors to shortened lifespan. Let's look at the story of two classmates, Harold and Stanley, both now 76, who met again at a small class reunion. After retiring, Harold stuck to a simple routine: morning walks, tending to his plants at noon, and reading in the afternoon. Like anyone, he has his worries: health, finances, family changes, but he chooses to process them calmly. He practices light meditation for 10 minutes each day, chats with neighbors, video calls his grandson, and, most importantly, doesn't hold on to negative thoughts for long. Stanley is different. He tends to overthink. At night, he lies awake, worrying about his children being too busy, afraid no one will take care of him in the future. Even a simple letter from the hospital, just a routine appointment reminder, keeps him up for days. Minor things, like loud music from a neighbor or a delayed delivery, ruin his entire afternoon. Anxiety has become part of his daily life. Over time, the difference is clear. Harold remains healthy, flexible, and upbeat, while Stanley starts to experience fluctuating blood pressure, frequent irritability, chronic insomnia, and constant fatigue. Stress doesn't just make you feel down, it makes your body sick. Chronic stress triggers inflammation throughout the body, and inflammation is at the core of nearly every major chronic illness: diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and even cancer. The solution lies in recognizing stress and learning how to release it. If you often feel anxious for no apparent reason, get upset over small things, struggle with sleep, or feel unmotivated, pause and try small things that could quietly transform your life. Take 3 minutes to breathe deeply when you feel overwhelmed. Listen to soft music, read a favorite poem, or simply sit in stillness and watch the trees. Move your body with light exercises like walking, yoga, or Tai Chi. Call someone you love, not to discuss anything serious, just to laugh a little or share a funny story. One essential part of this journey is the support of children and grandchildren. Nothing eases an elder's heart more than the feeling that they haven't been left behind. If you're a son, daughter, or grandchild, don't wait until your loved one is sick to care. A simple phone call every evening, a Saturday grocery trip together, a spontaneous hug with a heartfelt thank you. These small things can lower your parents' stress, help them sleep better, and even extend their life. Sometimes, the only thing an older person truly needs is to feel like they still matter in their family's life. So ask yourself, when facing challenges, are you learning to adapt and move forward? Or are you holding everything inside and letting stress control your days. The secret lies in mastering your emotions instead of letting your emotions master you. To take a deep breath, smile, and gently let go of what you cannot change. That too is a form of longevity in the soul. Sign number 7, your social connections. Few people realize that the strength of human relationships can be one of the clearest indicators of how long you may live after age 70. We often think that health in old age depends on diet, sleep, or exercise, and that's certainly true. However, scientists have shown that the quality of your social connections is just as important as a healthy diet or restful sleep. Older adults with positive relationships, whether through friends, family, neighbors, or community, are less likely to develop heart disease, Alzheimer's, depression, or face early mortality. Meet Janice and Ruth, both 78 years old and former colleagues from their decades working in a public library. After retirement, Janice kept in touch with her old coworkers. Once a month, they meet on Zoom to read books together. She joined a small local gardening group and visits her grandchildren every weekend. Though she's never been one for big parties, these small but meaningful connections give her a sense of purpose, belonging, and love. Ruth is different. She's always been more introverted, comfortable with solitude and quiet. But after her husband passed away and her children moved away, she began to withdraw. At first, it was just a few missed invitations. Then it became weeks without speaking to anyone. She still reads, still sips tea every morning, but the emptiness has grown louder over time. Eventually, Ruth started experiencing insomnia, vague anxiety, and a steady decline in physical health. And the saddest part, she couldn't quite identify what was draining her spirit. It was loneliness. Loneliness isn't always about being alone. It's the feeling of no longer being connected. And it can quietly weaken the immune system, increase chronic inflammation, and speed up cognitive decline. Meanwhile, even a heartfelt conversation, a walk with a neighbor, or writing a letter to an old friend can stimulate brain activity, reduce stress hormones, and increase dopamine, the brain's happiness chemical. If you're an introvert and find it hard to join large groups, remember that connection doesn't have to be loud or showy. Here are a few gentle but powerful ways to stay connected, especially for those who prefer quiet moments. Send a message or email to a loved one you haven't spoken to in a while. Enroll in an online class, like painting, wellness, or book reading. Join small groups like a 5-person book club or indoor plant lovers circle. Share a journal with your grandchild. Each week, write a page and send it by mail or email. Listen to a podcast or watch a video with a comment section. And start by leaving just one small thought. Connection doesn't require a crowd. Sometimes, just one person who understands you is enough to soothe your heart and nurture your longevity. Ask yourself, when was the last time you had a meaningful conversation with someone? Are you avoiding phone calls simply because you don't know how to start? Is there someone from your past who once brought warmth into your life, but you haven't heard from in a while? Choose one small action today and do it. Send a message, make a call, or stop by a local group gathering. Because the relationships you plant today will become the fence that guards your health in the years ahead. If you've watched this far, I believe you want to live long, live well, and live connected. So don't leave silently. Drop a comment, even just one line like, "I'm still connected, so I know you're still here with me." You can also share how you stay in touch with friends and family or which groups you're part of. Who knows? It might inspire someone else who truly needs it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is not so that you don't miss the following videos. It tells YouTube that content for seniors deserves to be seen. Your support, even a single like, comment, or subscription, encourages us to keep creating helpful, kind, and inspiring videos. Let's nurture connection together. Because life isn't measured in years, but in the people we carry in our hearts. Before we part ways today, let's take a moment to reflect on the 7 most important signs that can predict how long you'll live after the age of 70. And more importantly, these are the very 7 things I've quietly practiced every single day to maintain steady health, a clear mind, and a warm enough heart to keep making meaningful videos for the senior community, for people just like you. Grip Strength 1. A firm handshake speaks volumes about your muscles, nerves, and inner vitality. While waiting, I squeeze a stress ball, and I never miss an opportunity to strengthen my hands through the smallest daily tasks. One leg balance 1. Balance doesn't come from luck. It comes from practice. Every day, I stand on one leg while brushing my teeth as a gentle reminder that even in old age, we must remain steady with every step. Walking speed 1. Whether you walk fast or slow isn't just about your legs. It reflects your overall strength. I keep walking every morning, never letting age slow me down. Appetite and diet 1. Eating isn't just about survival. It's about nourishment. I eat my vegetables, get enough protein, and stay hydrated. Not out of fear of illness, but out of love for this aging self. Sleep 1. After struggling with sleepless nights filled with worry, I've learned to go to bed early, turn off all screens by 9 p.m., and meditate for 5 minutes before lying down, so I can wake up with clarity and a positive spirit. Stress Management 1. Aging brings more thoughts than ever, but I've learned to write in a journal, practice light morning meditation, and call my children and grandchildren to calm my heart and avoid being swept away by anxiety. Social connections were. Don't let yourself become lonely. A message, a check-in, a cup of coffee with an old friend. These small touches of connection remind us that we still belong to this world. Everyone past 70 faces 2 choices: to slow down into fatigue or to live deeper with awareness and self-care. And if you're still watching at this point, I believe you're part of the second group. If today's video has touched you, please leave a comment below. I'm ready for the 7 changes. Or share your personal struggles so we can discuss them together. Every like, comment, and share from you is the greatest encouragement that keeps me going in creating videos that are kind, sincere, and full of hope for older adults. Growing old doesn't mean the end. Growing old is when you finally have the right to live slowly, deeply, truthfully, and for yourself. And if you begin these practices today, believe me, the future will smile back at you. See you in the following video. Thank you for listening with your heart.